A suspect has appeared in court in connection with the kidnapping and robbery of an American couple in Mpumalanga. The couple was attacked at the Kruger National Park just last week, just as the country entered its tourism month. A collaborative effort, though, between the SAPS, private security, as well as the FBI, led to the arrest of the suspect. So let's get further details now from Mpumalanga Police spokesperson, Colonel Donald Mdhluli, who joins me this morning. Thank you so much, Colonel, for your time, and good morning to you. What are the merits of this case? Can you give us details as to what exactly happened between the suspect, this alleged suspect, as well as the couple, the American couple that was held hostage?
Good morning to me as well as to the viewers. Indeed, there was an incident on the 7th of September where two tourists reportedly from the USA were unfortunately robbed and kidnapped, where several items were taken. However, under the leadership of the Provincial Commissioner of the SAPS in Mpumalanga, Lieutenant General Smakaleng Manamela, there was a team that was established to investigate. So through Interpol, they managed to get most of the stakeholders on board so that they could assist in this. And indeed, we managed to trace those items through the Interpol, which is also involves the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Then we managed to trace those things. However, there were other stakeholders, including the other security companies and also members of the public who came on board regarding the information of the suspect, who was eventually arrested by the tracking team of the SAPS in collaboration with those members. Then he was arrested on Tuesday, 12 September, of which he appeared in court, and the case was postponed to 19 September for further investigation.
What charges does the suspect at this stage face, Mr. Mdhluli?
For now, we can safely say he's still faced with possession of suspected stolen property. However, with regard to the properties that we recovered, we strongly believe that there will be more charges added against the accused or the suspect as the investigation continues, especially with regard to the robbery that has occurred, as I've indicated, last week, the 7th of September. So we believe that more charges as the investigation continues will be added against him.
Yeah. Are you able to disclose the items that you recovered in his possession?
Yes, we can just mention, because there are several items that were taken, which includes also some bags, some jammers. We also recovered the binoculars, some iPhone, laptops, and wristwatches and things like that. So there are a lot of items that we were recovered, and we believe they are the items that were stolen during the reported robbery.
Yeah. We also understand that last year a German tourist was also shot and killed by a group of, criminals, obviously along the Numbi Road, near White River. So, Colonel, how prevalent are these attacks against, unsuspecting international tourists in the country, perhaps even in the province of Mpumalanga? How prevalent are these cases that you find yourself dealing with?
Yes, you mentioned the German tourist. Yes, that is one of the incidents that was actually on all over the news. However, I can indicate that police have made a breakthrough. As you know, the matter is before court. There were suspects that were arrested also on this one. So we can say, yeah, police are, especially in collaboration with other stakeholders, we haven't had much of such incidents, but to those that were reported, especially these ones that have been in the media, we are glad that under the leadership of the Provincial Commissioner, Lieutenant General Makaleng Manamela, we managed to arrest the suspects and they are facing the courts.
Right. And just before I let you go, I mean, another piece of, I suppose, important evidence that you have collected with regards to this case pertaining to the American couple that was kidnapped and robbed of their items is the Getaway vehicle and the false registration number that was attached to the vehicle. Perhaps give us more information, if you can, Colonel, around, this vehicle, because we know that Getaway cars are part of, the mechanisms that criminals use in cases such as this.
Yes, indeed. We recovered VW Golf during the time this suspect was arrested. And what made us to be convinced is the fact that our members managed to got information that the number plates were not the authentic ones. However, they were fake. But we were able to the legitimate. These criminals, most of the time, they will, for instance, even on these robberies involving hitchhiking, they will, for instance, maybe borrow a vehicle and then use it to commit crime. So that is, we suspect that they are using vehicles which are authentic ones, but they will somehow use false number plates, so that even if you try to indicate to the police that you have been robbed by this vehicle, sometimes when you try to check, you find that it's not the one. But our members have got that information. We thank this team that has worked so hard to also crack this case as well.
Well, thank you so much for speaking to us about this case. Mpumalanga Police spokesperson, Colonel Donald Mdhluli, we appreciate, of course, you making time for us to update us on not only how you managed to crack the case, but also just how a multifaceted stakeholder partnership in trying to catch these criminals also has assisted you in finding the suspect, but also being able to recover and retrieve some of those items that were stolen from this unsuspecting American couple. They were making their way to the Kruger National Park when they were robbed and thereafter kidnapped. But they were able then to be assisted to be taken to Masoe Police Station. We understand this is where they laid charges, stated their case, and with the help of the FBI, SAPS managed to crack down and catch the suspect. Thank you so much, Mr. Mdhluli, for your time.